as well as the Zoom live. Overall, I'm looking at the SPY and the Q over here. They're dropping right now. Basically, this is a wait and see market we have right now because of tonight's speech. So we've got the SPY up $4, QQQ up $5. Nvidia's actually down. It's been going back and forth all day. It's down $1 right now. If you look over here, you can see some of the other MUs way up from 348 to 372. We're going to get a look at that to see if there's some consolidation level. Tesla was up and now it's kind of back down there. It's open. Amazon's up a couple bucks. Palantir's up or down $1. Apple was just up. Now it's back down. So these are, again, this is a wait and see, which is sometimes perfect for what we're trying to do here. AMD's falling. I was just up higher just a second ago when I was looking at it here. So everything's kind of doing a drop. AMD might be something we want. It's got a much cleaner, longer term chart. AMD hasn't had the big moves like Nvidia was down $10 just the other day. So AMD's been kind of holding steady around the 200 mark. It went a little lower, but not like Nvidia. So we might want to look at that. We might want to look at Apple again, which is always a good one to try to trade, just because we're looking for a high and low range, and we're looking to go in between that range. When it goes up, we hit the opposite direction for the recoil. We go short. When it goes down, we hit long for the recoil, and we just get in and out in just a few seconds, 5, 10, 15 seconds, maybe a minute if the recoil is not recoiling. And so I usually only go in about 25% of my overall position. So say I went into 50 shares, I might average in, scale into 100 shares, and I might scale in again to 200 shares if the price action isn't moving the way I want. That's a risky way to trade. I don't advise it until you're feeling pretty efficient with scalping. You've traded in the simulator first. Remember, I am not a licensed financial advisor, guys, so please seek the advice of someone licensed before you try to attempt anything I'm doing here. You're just watching me trade, there's my disclaimer. And, you're doing your own thing. So I am what they call a quarterback, which means I will call the trades for people on Zoom here and people on stream here and people in the studio here. But everybody knows they do their own due diligence. They're going to see what I'm calling out for me to trade, Okay, that business is done. Now let's take a look at what we might want to do. So if I look at the Tesla on the 5-minute, look at Tesla. If I look at the YouTube, so here's an interesting level here on the 5-minute that I would smooth across. So had a bunch of flat top there, then it came back and flat top there. So we're right. We'll just call that 382 actually. So let's mark that just in case it comes back into play. The even dollar, okay, and you can see that we were extended from the VWAP and it's coming back, so we should expect some support about right here. So we'll call that. Why is that line even there? Actually, I'm going to just get rid of that. Well, I'll make it as the even dollar there. So some of these levels are marked early in the morning session on this account, and I have not reset them. So, oh, that was $1 off. I did the wrong. It's supposed to be 79, I think. So I'll take a minute just to figure out what we want to trade here. So, I mean, that's not in a real, I might have been marking, no, I wasn't marking the VWAP. I don't know what that was. But anyway, there's the pre-market high, center, and low. Here's your half ATR, which is something we should absolutely respect, the quarter ATR and ATR full. When I say absolutely respect, I would look at it to respect. I don't absolutely respect anything, actually, so that's misspeaking. I have to always parse my words. So interesting that, look at what's going on here. Was there a news story? Look at what's going on here, guys. Look at that. What just happened? That's a Tesla specific. Trump threatens to stop. This is at 7 minutes ago. Stop weapons from Ukraine unless Europe joins. Wow, why? What are you doing blackmailing other people? That doesn't work well. Then he said, this is the most current one. This story right here could be why the market just went down. You know, this is the problem with the market right now. When he's in office, we can't trust anything. You shouldn't have to worry about stuff like, you know, a word out of the White House every hour changing the direction of a stock. So you know, all bets are off as to any support right now, because the psychological, that people are treating that as a negative story for whatever reason. You know, you never know what's gonna stick. The thing is that he knows when he says this stuff that's going to affect the market, you know. And then you start worrying about insider trading and, well, who did he tell people before he was going to say that? And, you know, a lot of people really want to support Ukraine. So you're going to get a lot of people that think that's a real bad move to give Russia free reign there, you know. I'm not saying what I believe politically or not. I'm just telling you what moves the market and why it bothers me so much that we used to be able to count on mega cap and large cap stocks being pretty consistently lumbering along unless there's something about that company specific that happens. Now, maybe this is just a blip, but, you know, I can't go long right now until I see some support on these levels. Looks like the Q and the SPY are both turning around a little bit, so maybe the emotion's over there. I don't see anything else moving that. Maybe I'm missing the story. Wait, Caterpillar rises. This is your Benzinga, which has more sources. They didn't rule on the citizenship thing already, right? They're just hearing arguments. Okay. Again, I have a strong opinion about that, but I'll keep it to myself. All right, so Tesla doesn't look good. The SPY made that move. Let's see if, or vice versa, chicken and the egg, whatever. MU kind of stayed fairly steady. No, it went down too. Look at that, huh? So this might be one we want to look at. I want to see if we have other support levels. There's your ATR high. There's your VWAP. So we've got some support right there if it starts coming down. That's $10 down though, or $8 down. What does it look like on the 1 minute chart? There's your magnet up there. So that's where the bulk is, the more recent volume price action right there. But then there's where the bulk of the capital is down there. So for all intents and purposes, that's kind of our channel if we were to dare trade this. But this has just been going too. So I tend to want to go short-term short. But man, this is a hell of a stock to go short against right now, the way it's been moving today. So very unsure. So the market is a wait and see right now for the talk tonight he's going to have. And then your best guess basis is how it will react compared to what he says. And your best guess basis about what he's going to say. And then your best guess about whether you can believe what he says. And then who will believe it. And then so on and so forth. Again, we're in the same mess until we just get some consistent news and a consistent plan. Then the market will stop being all over the. I mean, I can't find anybody who's not pissed off about how this is being handled. If you know somebody who's not pissed off, let me know. So, you know, momentum traders might like it, but even they have to worry about news on a new drug that's been approved, and then but will the overall market crash 5 minutes later? You know. Yeah. So I'll stop ranting now. It's just this is a very sure thing way to trade. The way that the strike and recoil is very, very consistent, and now it's being made inconsistent, and it's bothersome. And I'll just stop now about that. Okay, so let me just zoom in on that, kind of where it's Did I just mess with my volume? Nope. Okay. There's kind of the bigger picture on the 5-minute. I have a smoothing level about right in here. We'll call it 77. Right around 77. We had some support there, but this is where a tweezer moved, or engulfing candle here. This is kind of like, these are weak levels to count on. Yeah, I mean, there's just not enough of a, I feel like I want to go short. Look at how the volume picked up. I'm going to make a video about this soon. This is the next video I'm going to make, because people don't understand what a value this is. This is just incredible. I have a link to this to get this. It's like $24.99 through the $1 Million Margin Club. That's the cheapest place to get it. This will increase from the last volume. It'll show you. It'll turn blue and have a ding, make a sound, and that usually means that the price action is going to continue that way, at least for the rest of that candle, which it already did. And you can jump on that move real quick, and it's nothing's always, but I mean, it's a really good indication, like I say, on that surfboard waiting. And then it has the whole meter, what is the inside the candle, what's happening, and you can kind of look at the patterns here too. So that's why I like it so much. It is the best volume indicator I have ever found, and the prop firms use this too. And it's just a great thing if you don't have it. It's the one thing you should invest money in for any kind of trading, really. And well, if you're just buying it and holding it, then it's useless to you. But the UAE is revoking visas for Iranian residents abroad. Yeah, they're making a military now too. I'm hearing that the UAE. So Iran is really, by attacking its neighbors, is making everybody hate them. It's a big mess over there, guys. All right, I'm going to stay and look at this a minute just to see if we have some opportunities here. Since it's turned around here, let's see if the SPY stopped dead at the, it looks like that's a pre-market. What is that? Edit study MMC, pre-market ATR, pre-market and ATR level. Look at that, huh? That's a double level right there. Anyway, it's holding this one, which is the half ATR. And there's your VWAP. So the SPY may have found a bottom there. And then this is also the pre-market and ATR level here on the QQQ. That's not normal that they're both exactly the same. Interesting. So maybe we can count on this to go up. There's the MACD sending it up. That's more news. Do I want to go long right now? Short really died out. See here, another reason you can quickly look at this. What was the strength? Not only did the volume go out, but I mean, well, you can see it's the top of it, but it's still just so much less that buyers seem stronger here. This seems like an up move. I kind of want more confirmation though. So now let's start to look at the whole and half dollars. So let's go ahead and mark in 370, which is like right here. That's close enough. So 370 is there. 369 is here. 370.50. There's 71.50. I'll go ahead and mark that. Yeah, so we want 371 up here, right? That's what we want. Those are just general areas. And then the 50. I don't know if those are going to do anything. I just want to make a note of them. It is a psychological, emotional area where people trade. So I'm just looking at it. What's our delay on these things? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, 8 seconds. Hopefully that speeds up, guys. Thinking more short again, honestly. Well, let's take a look at our recoil here for a minute. So that was a 14-cent recoil in a split second. 25-cent recoil there. So definitely we had money. We could have made money on according to level 2 if we picked the right recoil. So now if we go long as it comes down here, we should get the right recoil. So let's see. Well, I'm just going to buy a dip is what I'm doing. Well, I'm recoiling off the short is what I'm doing. So I'm looking for it to get closer to 69. What's our spread? 14. I'm going to buy the bid based on that. Geez, will I get in it though? Let me take a look at I'm getting ready to make a trade. So I'm calling out my levels. I'm thinking I want to get in at the 369 area. Anything close to that? There's 50 cent. I just marked the hole in $half because our indicator's way out of play. It's way down here. It only does $10, so. Okay, I did my second gym in my second session. I'm feeling very accomplished today. Stocks to watch: Boeing, Nike, RH, and Congra. Congra? Congra. I don't even know what that is. Well, there are lots of opportunities right here unless it just takes off. So this consolidation, I just gotta pick a spot. I gotta pick a spot I like. I wanted to get down here. Okay, there we go. See, I thought it was going to keep going, so I waited a second. Market's going down. SPY and Q are going down. Dare I take a chance? Dare I take a chance? Look at the recoil. I could have, all those were winning trades if I went long. I'm going to go for it. Pick me up. Nope, canceling. I was at 13 cents there, but I don't want to wait this stock out. It's got to pick me up right away because I missed the recoil already. So there it goes. Would have been a nice recoil, huh? Just the spread alone is a recoil. Honestly, I'd rather go short. Everything's falling off up there. 50 cent level is what I'm looking for up there. 70, 370, 50. Try to get a recoil off that. I'm looking at the ask. And I am looking for the wider ranges. There's lots of money in these short ranges I'm not picking up. Now we're going back down toward the 369. Lots of money here I'm not capitalizing on. Lots of trades here. That time it picked me up. I want a fast recoil. I don't want to overstay my welcome here. Tried to get it there at 32. See if it swales up. Should, I hope. It's right there. Look at it. There it goes. Okay, so that got me a bit of a trade. Where are we at right now to start? So that's 239. So I think I was below 100 there. So low share size, not much risk. I was surprised that it didn't fly up right away, so I got slightly concerned for a minute there on that recoil. Is it going to just keep going? Because if you look over here, if you look at the SPY and the Q, they're fading. So if MU goes the way of them, which isn't a guarantee or anything, then we should be going short, not long. So I'd like it to go up here, and I'd like to go short. That's what I'd like. I mean, it's gained a lot today. So it's due for a little retracement. Isn't our VWAP way down here somewhere? Yeah, way down here. So we're due for some retracement here. The question is, how picky do we want to get on going short? It may never come back up here. Right, so let's see. Remember, the market's closed on Friday. We did our bracket trade this morning. If you missed it, I'll do one tomorrow morning too. I was up 90 bucks. Didn't let the bracket play out. Ended up losing 10 on the bracket trade, which was on SPY itself. The SPY himself. Okay. Now we got a new chase it down kind of scenario here. I don't like this action at all. Don't trust it. I don't trust going short here. I could go short off the 369, but man, it's going to keep going down. I can't chase it. All right, let's come back to this. Let's see if Tesla's showing us anything better. Some of you probably love that move. I just don't like that kind of move. So what levels are we at here? This is also going down. Just broke the ATR half. Same kind of thing. It's just we could play it short if it retraces up a bit. But we're already below its open. I'll keep it at 50 shares. Look at that powerful move going up right now. Yeah, everything's going up right now. It's weird how Tesla's moving just like the rest of the market. Any new stories? This is what it's saying. It's most current story. Nothing that's affecting this particular price move right now. I'm going to go short. And I went in market because I didn't trust getting picked up. So let's see if we can get it to go down just a hair more than that. There we go. It's a decent trade if it picks me up. There we go. So that was decent. So I went off the ATR, and I'm going to be short biased for now because of this. And it tells me I shouldn't be short biased. Again, we are trading a market that is wait and see right now, so we're carving out little tiny place. It's all we can do and try to build this up. Let's try to get this at least to 300 if I can today, which is 6,000 for the month if that maintained. 300 is more than people make for a living if you got it that high. 270 is what you need for the average living per day for your entire living, not just augmenting, but the average is around between $63,000 and $67,000 a year is your average. So 300 ain't hay, as they say, if we can get at that. Already it's a really decent day just to tortoise your way to wealth and prosperity. I got an email from somebody that said, like, no, I'm taking all the money I'm making trading, watching you trade to buy property. Says, I think I'll have it in 2 to 3 years, and then I'll have an investment property, just by getting enough money to put it down for a mortgage and then rent it Airbnb or whatever. So he's happy with $25,000 to $35,000 a year, have a down payment of $100K. He gave me his whole plan, and it's a good move, You build wealth by making a little bit of money and then investing that money in ways that he knows how to remodel houses. So for him, it's an amazing thing to get this extra money while still making a living and it's not affecting. He's just using it as a investment, savings like. So this kind of trading is not going to make you a millionaire and buy you a jet and a Ferrari, but it might if you invest that money as you go along. Now, obviously, you can trade any share size. You could be trading 500. You could be trading 5,000. 5,000 might be a bit of a slip when you do market, but 5,000 is probably too high for the strike and recoil, but 1,000 isn't because people do it up here all the time on Zoom, and make thousands of dollars a day, every day, day after day, month, week after week, month after month, year after year, millennial after millennial, millennium after millennium, not millennial, millennium. Yeah, I was looking for it to get back up here to short it, and it's not going back up there. It's kind of waiting for a better trade. Let me go a little higher share size on this. It's pretty slow moving, so that'll give me an opportunity to make it or lose it quicker. Coming up on the next 5 minutes here, everything's red. Everything's going down. It's like something happened. Am I missing a story? It's just that one story I read that Trump put out, threatened to stop weapons to Ukraine. Is that really what did it? It's 29 minutes ago. Wow. I'm chasing. I don't like chasing, guys. It's just not. It's just, it turns around the second you count on it. AMD's now only $2 up. What is that 40-cent level from? Price level 1. What is price level 1? Right there. Price level 1 is nothing. Let's get rid of it. That was in the moment level. That one looks better because that's at its peak high there. We don't really have a price level here. You have this one where it's sort of, well, that's actually where it is right now. That actually is better respected than the other price level. I mean, it should be. I don't know if it's respected or not. But it seems like it was a better level. Should be a better level, but it's just going straight down. Is it going to break 377? I do not feel comfortable shorting right now as it goes straight down. Both the Q is resting on the half ATR. The SPY is resting on pre-market center. Again, I'll give you, oh good, we're getting a reclaim a little bit. We're getting a look at what's happening here, just generally. But this looks like a short opportunity coming up, so let me get back over here. Yeah, I'm going to take that. We're going for it. Is it going to really go up now? Yeah, everything turned around right when I took that hit, when I took that short. The entire market's going, both SPY and the Q, everything. So we're looking for a drop, a recoil drop here. I don't really want to add to this, frankly. I'd rather just take a loss here. This is why you just can't. Second I called it, this is the problem. You just can't call this stuff. God, maybe I should go. Maybe I should add in here. Let me just look at what other data I have here, because I have this half ATR up here that could stop it. I'm at 51 cents, so I'm 20-something cents out of position. 23. This is exactly on 100 shares. Tells you how far I am out of position. It's getting worse, though. It's kind of an untradeable situation here. Do I dig a deeper hole? I feel like I want to, just because that's how I trade. Trying to see the news everywhere, guys, to make sure I'm not missing something. Could just be a slight little retracement here. I'm only 30 cents off my position, so adding right now is not a major good move for me. But up here, adding short, more scaling into a higher short position could be. That's all the way up above 378. coming back down. And so is the SPY and the Q. Wow, it's like it's connected. Whoa. I'm going to go for a big move here, guys. Fading off to 78. It just didn't go up enough for me to add to it. I was ready. Sometimes you'll get a quick, if it hits, you get a quick rejection. So that's what I was looking for. Now I got to switch over here to buy, not sell, if it turns green for me. So we waited that out through a bit of pain there to come back to hopefully a profit here. Had I had it, of course, I'd already be nice and green. Look at the market maker here. 6 cents off my position, roughly. I don't think it's done going down. Making a little bull flag there on the 1 minute. I'm coffeeed up, so I won't push the wrong button. Let's get a little bit bigger play here. Oh, don't stall right at my profit level. Come on. Boom. Big flush. Look at the level 2. Here it comes. Flush. 87 cents. That's not a flush. Down the toilet kind of flush. Heading toward the septic tank flush. And I grew up on a boat, and before they had macerator systems where stuff went into a tank, it just went right over the side. We used to call them brown trout. Oh, I still have my sense of humor like a little kid. Getting ready to get out, honestly, for a lesser loss. I don't like the way it's moving. Seemed like it did its dip and it's going to go back up. Yeah, I'm just going to get out. I took a loss there because of what's about to happen here. Yeah. So, too bad. I could have had a tiny profit there on that trade, but I'm counting my blessings right now that I'm just out of that thing. I was at 50-something cents, so it's still not to my position yet. Yeah, that was nearly impossible to call. And I got tired of playing that game. I was watching the SPY and the Q go back up, and I'm like, it's just going to go back up. There it goes. More out of position. What are we going to trade here? This is terrible. So that's Tesla. This is NVIDIA tradable? I don't know. It's down $1. Now, usually a sideways market is good, but again, because of this news cycle catalyst, it's just makes it so much harder to call. You can't count on these doing their normal thing, the large and mega caps. And, of course, those guys are snickering because we always compete for our accuracy rating, and that just killed me by losing that little trade. And I'm not saying who wins the pool, which is a donation. There's no illegal gambling going on here. Oh, I read that comment about Charlie's group. Whoever put that in, that was funny. Charlie's group was not called Charlie's Angels, but it's a damn good name. There was That was used once before when I had 3 girls that were working in my architectural. I used to have an architectural business, and they called themselves Charlie's Angels. So it's funny you would say that. And then, of course, that made me, what's his name? Boswell? Whatever. I forget who it was, but I didn't find it particularly flattering, but, you know, I don't know. But I will float that name, my friend. I like Charlie's Angels. There are more than 3, though. She's got like 6, I think. She's waving her head like she doesn't like the name. Is that condescending to women? Maybe. I don't know. Dudes like it. In this world of political correctness, man. Hey, I used to be a John Wayne fan, damn it. You just can't seem to say anything. I love Bill Burr, that comedian. I love him, but people will, you know, people just tend to hate him. And I'm just like, not people love him too, but I mean, think he's saying something politically incorrect. It's like, yeah, it's a joke. It's a humor, guys. It's humor. If you feel that way, good, because then it's like hitting the mark. It's making you think. And, you know, did you get a chuckle, or are you just angry? Because, you know what I find out about that stuff? Not to preach, but it's like, I really don't like the people that defend other people like they don't let the people do it for themselves. You know, so they're saying so-and-so wouldn't like that. Well, how do you feel about it? How do you personally feel about it? Forget about so-and-so. Let them worry about themselves. How do you feel about it? Do they need you to protect them? Do they need you to look out for them, whoever they are? So you're going to take on that mantle of saying that that's incorrect because somebody in the world might be offended? So you're stepping up to take on that job that you were never hired for in any way? Sorry, that's just my thing. It's like, let it go. Worry about what pisses you off. So if you're really pissed off about that joke, then say, I'm really pissed off, and here's why. Okay, I totally respect that. I get that. But to say somebody else won't like that, you know, it's like, who are you to be defending that person, you know, unless they cannot defend themselves or something. But that, and there's so much of that going on out there, you know, that you're afraid to say anything. You just, you know, somebody somewhere is going to be offended by, you know, anything that's said, somebody somewhere. So you're now taking on the mantle of defending somebody somewhere. That's a never-ending chore, man. You will never be happy. I'll tell you that. Never. But coming from an older generation, we used to just slough off the incorrect stuff that does hurt people. Just be like, whatever. Let it go. We just weren't as fragile, I guess I'll use the word. And I'm sure I'm going to get hate shit for saying that, but yeah, I've been through a lot of stuff. Just not that fragile. Just like it happens. Didn't mean anything by it, really. It was a joke. Well, you're going to make changes across the whole world by acting that way. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I don't think I will. I think that's given a lot to whoever said those things. Anyway, I'm an old crusty bastard, so. You know what happens is you get older, right? Then you get, it becomes more okay. You get marginalized. It's like, well, you know, consider, you know, who's saying it. It's not a big deal. It's like, oh, thank you. Thanks. I think I won't be insulted by that. Jeez. Okay, it turned around again. I kind of want to go short up here. Let me get a smoothing level in the general area. That would be $75 would be, well, we're almost there. What's our spread? I want to get some trades in here. NVIDIA, what's NVIDIA doing here? All right, well, we definitely want to raise the share size based on what I'm looking at here. This is only moving like 5 to 8 cents max. That's why I thought this was way higher, and it was like, no, we're right at the 75 right there. Jeez, yeah, everything's just fading right now. People have lost confidence. Pentagon is doubling the fleet. A-10 attack planes in the Middle East. New York Times story. So, it doesn't sound like the war's coming to an end, does it? I think the idea of leaving the straights to other people is a really good idea. I would vote for that, even though we made a big mess. Get the hell out. No boots on the ground. Get the hell out. Focus on us. That's just the way I feel. Looking to go short. Waiting for it to spike over 75 to go short. There was 97 on the market maker. I don't know how much I'm going to slip here. It's only a 1 cent spread, so I'm going to go and market if it goes up there. This next candle will tell us what. Okay, it's going to go up. I'm going to grab it. Okay, so I got it at 07. You could see it making a move, so I got in right away. I got it on the uptick, so that got me a better short position. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a big recovery here, guys. So I would add to this position. Let's see. This was a sort of smoothing level right here. 27. So I would sell more. I'm going to take it there. So I'm already up to 200 shares. Oh, we're playing fast and loose now, guys. Playing fast and loose. I'm at 16 cents now. So I'm barely off my position. 8 cents. Looking for a dip back down to 175. Let's get us a big dip here. Go back to where you were. Yeah, I kind of went in soon thinking we were going to get a rejection here. So playing it short. Now that I see the SPY and the Q both going up, I'm going to wait this out a bit. I'm not opposed to going full share size, 400 shares. I just hope that we're not getting some... Doubling fleet's not a good story. Really? Is it just... Marvel's deal with NVIDIA seen as boosting investors' confidence. That came out... No, that was 22 minutes ago. Oh my God, really? Are you really going to hurt me here? Look at, after I take my trade, how it breaks pattern. This is what I mean about this market. It's just like, this is not normal movement. This is not normal that this happens. I'm going to hold into this. I'm thinking about going to 400 shares up here. So if we have 59, I'm barely off my position here. Just in NVIDIA, it seems like a lot here. I'm grasping at levels here. Here's one that's sort of interesting. It was making a flat top there not too long ago. But our recoil wouldn't be anywhere near picking me up if I got up to 400 shares. I would average up roughly 20 cents. So I'd be at like 36 cents. I'd be like right here. My price point. At this point, it's like you add to it just to get out, not to make a profit. Not a big profit, I mean, just get out if you have a chance. I don't trust the movement. It's getting worse. Getting ready to sell into that ATR level, which is 78. See if it hits me up there. Market's slowing down on the SPY and the Q are turning around. This little level means nothing except for this stock, if it's even that. It seems to be moving off the Q and the SPY movement. Oh, they turned back around up now. Yeah, I'll go all in. I'm going for it. I'm annoyed. I don't think I'm hijacked, though. I'm just annoyed. Feeling I have to wait the moves out longer. Just not really the strategy I'm trading here. So it didn't make it to the top. The buyers died here. Oxygen's getting thin up there. So seems like it's rejecting off that flat top level. That's good. Maybe we'll get a retracement. SPY and the Q are both going down. Good. Candle closes in 32 seconds. That's a long time. The 5-minute isn't going to turn red, right? Because it's way, well, it opened right here. So we'd have to get way down here for these guys to see. But the 1 hour and the 4 hour are both red still. We were on our way to 300, and now we're down to half that. So come on, baby. There you go. Break that 50-cent line. Coming up to the 15-minute now. There it goes. Broke it for a second. Had I taken this 65, I would have been able to get out about right here. But, you know, I'm liking the look of it now. Buyers, again, they were, you know, they're just pretty weak considering the volume. Sellers are taking over here. Iran's president to address America's in upcoming letter. Oh, lower courts have resoundingly ruled against Trump's order. Which order is that? I don't think that's the thing between the Supreme Court right now about citizenship. We are getting a retracement here, not a recoil at this point. It's big enough now where people are going to start to jump on it, see what's happening here. So, because that's the new 5-minute too, when it crossed that. Holding out for a longer trade. So this was sort of a flat top. This is just a smoothing area I put, so I wouldn't really count it as much resistance. So that's a good thing. It broke the 9, it broke the 20, and now it's turning around. Both the SPY and the Q are still going down. They're heading toward their ATR pre-market high and ATR quarter. And we're about to get a profitable trade here, finally. 200 shares of NVIDIA. I will go market if it gives me a chance. It's only a 1 to 2 cent spread, so I just want to get out of the trade. But I will hold for it to go green for a little bit. I just don't want to ride it all the way back up again. I'd rather take a loss than in case it's done, you know. See, like that, and that happened fast. MACD sent it down, but I hope that's just an anomaly because the MACD says don't do that. Sellers are at the top. Let's see what happens here. I think that's a little fight at that level, but hopefully it's not going to maintain. 75, 100, that's not good. We were almost there. Made a beautiful bull flag if it turns around right there. Not good for me. You know, the 1-minute patterns aren't as respected, obviously. Oh, my God. I kind of want to just get out of this move, guys. I don't like it. Every second I wait is more pain. I'll wait it out. I'm going to wait it out. I'm thinking about adding up here again, so if it gets up there to 400 shares. See, that's a bad thing on the 5-minute. Are we still over? No, we're not even over 200 anymore. Annoyed. And then depression sets in. Anyway, as you can clearly see, this is impossible to call. Everything's going sideways. It's a wait and see for tonight. And it's just trading for the sake of trading. That's what it feels like. It's a game. We're playing a game right now. So be careful. What's our time? So some people would call 3 o'clock the power hour. I think more people look at 2:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. East Coast Standard Time on the New York Stock Exchange, the actual power hour. But some think it's 3 to 4. But if you think about it, you're not going to trade. You shouldn't be trading the last 15 minutes of the market, really. So you don't get a whole hour, right? You shouldn't really. It's like trading the open. It's the same kind of, indecision in that whole area there, that it's impossible to call because so much is setting up for the next day, taking your positions, getting out at the end of the day of your positions, whatever they might be. And it's just a cleanup area, And that's why I always say usually the way that it's starting to go the last 15 minutes up or down, you can count on it more continuing that way till close than not, If you go back test that and start to look at the candles, you can see that after the 15-minute and sometimes the 10-minute, the direction that it's going, then it closes out that direction more often than not, but not always, Now I can't take any trades because I'm held here out of position, which is the other reason why I should have just taken a $16 loss down there and gotten the heck out of this thing. Do I sound annoyed? Mostly comes down to timing for me, guys. How much time can I spend with each session? And it's not, this $42 isn't getting me annoyed. $500 isn't going to ruin my day. The accuracy, it might. But the time that I don't get to trade and I want to be as green as I can be. We all are driven by something different, right? Getting ready just to take a loss, honestly. I just need to get out of this trade so I can look at something else for the last... Oh, there we go. Keep going. That's a big move. Jump on that. Let's go, guys. Both the 5 and the 15 are red now. So let's get out. Come on. This is a drop. You're not making it. You blew your bull flag. That's not happening. This is your second red on the 5 minutes. People must be losing confidence. Let's drop it down. No, not the other way. Let's drop it down. Yep. Our next 5-minute red will be right here. There's where it opened. So we just passed that. That's why that turned red. We still got over 2.5 minutes on this before this 5 minutes crosses. If you look at this tweezer move down here, that is still above my position right there. So I'd have to add share size to kind of get picked up down here. Come on, give me. I'm just going to get out for a loss here if it just gives me a palatable loss. And then it'll go straight down for all you people going short. Exxon just overtook NVIDIA. FBI declares suspect Chinese hack of U.S. surveillance system a major cyber incident. That was 1 minute ago. Okay, here we go. Let's go to 400 shares up here. Let's go in big. What does that do? That's only 20 cents up. It's not going to help me. It needs to get up here before I go in. Wow, this is why you don't trade NVIDIA much, because it's just too friggin' slow. $52 brings me up to 31.32 cents. 75.32, right around here. If I grabbed it up there, my price point would be right around here. More obtainable. I don't want to sit this out till market close. Okay, it might give me another chance to bail out of this thing. If I hover over it, I've had my finger twitch before and just like, that's why I don't like to just stay on the button. Did you mean to get out of that trade? No. Unless it went really well for me, and then I did. Who's watching the Young Sherlock series? Well, I think that's a really fun series. Watching that series along with Steve Carell in Rooster. I really like that series. Sorry, I'm just trying to kill time here. I've got this powerful double espresso coffee too that's not making me waiting very easy. Wow, it's just taking all the wind out of my my trades here. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. There we go. We're 400 in pain. 400 in pain. Looking for a recoil, so I got it up to 37 right here. That's what I'm looking for, 37. Right now it's at 55. We're looking for a dip to get me out of this thing. I'm not going for a big profit. I'm just trying to get out. $400 shares is risky. If it takes a big pop up, I'll probably just take my hit, take my lickings. I wanted a fast recoil. That's why I went up. This trade's about to end either way, I can tell you. With this level of share size. It's making me, I'm about to get out of this trade. Yeah, no. Ooh, oh, no. I looked at, I think $100 would be my, $100 on the open would be my sell or my buyout at this point. So Yeah, I was hoping for a quick recoil when I got to the 400 and it just didn't give it to me, so. To the 400 shares. Now we need like a retracement. Can we get a retracement? I don't know how much it's going to slip when I get out. It's still a 1 cent spread, really. And this is going to be a bad trade. I just feel it in my bones. Something saved me here. Come on. Let's knock it down. The 5-minute chart looks strong to people. That's the thing. It's holding at the 50 cent. It's giving me a chance. It's giving me a chance. A lesser loss here. It really looked like it was going to fade there. That's why I didn't get out at 20 bucks. Really looked like it was about to do one more pop down. There it goes again. One more pop down. Oh, come on, MACD. See the MACD sending it down? It's not listening to the MACD. There it goes. 21 bucks again. $13. Oh, so close to my position there. How much will it slip? Oh, man. Did you see that? The torture. The torture. I had a really low loss there. I thought about it. I have no rhyme or reason here, guys. I'm talking like a beginner trader. It's like, come on, baby. We just can't call this, so it's just like pure luck at what might happen here. So. I'm not going to 800 shares, I'll tell you that. So, and it's going to go back up to my shake me out right now. There it goes. I'm out. All right, that's too bad. 113. What am I at? Only 128 bucks now. Wow. My afternoon session did not go well so far. Can I actually save this? Not on this stock. I can't. Let's go to Tesla and see if I can do something to save this. Yeah, you saw I could have got out of that for like, 16 bucks down, and I held into the bigger move. How many have done that? I held into the bigger loss as I held into. So everything is going back up. It wasn't just NVIDIA. Let's see, we adjust that share size and see if there's something. So there's our VWAP on Tesla. Tesla's my go-to to save myself usually, so I'm not negative at least, but for the day. But yeah, I gave away $100, so 113 bucks. So let's see. I'm looking at levels here to see if I can get back that money. Look at that, huh? There was like a little area right there, but I got to look at what these other levels are. Actually, it doesn't even matter because they're not anywhere near me, so that one, oh, that's just an even dollar level. Sellers were why that volume kicked off, not buyers. Can we get some recoils here? Let's see. 5, 6 cents only. I'm still watching this to see if anything bigger happens. 5, 6, there you go, 7 cents. So this, even Tesla's slow. I'm going to go look at MU. It's a better chance for me to recoup. You guys will see how I trade when I'm not trying to control small share size. So let's see here what this is doing for me. Every once in a while, you'll see one of those, me really go into like the scalping mode that I go into, and not try to be safe. Interesting, huh? The way it came down and then stopped right there. That is right around that level, 68. We are roughly 20 bucks, 19 bucks up, 18 bucks up, whatever. Yeah, 18 bucks up. This is good action though. Let me get this here. So we got a 70 cent little baby channel there. Boom. I'm reading the news. The news is fairly positive about it right now. Yet it just went down. Looks like we got a short, long, short, long, short, long, unless it breaks it here. There is a perfect channel right here. It looks like it's just about to break it, though. Our spread is ridiculously high, so I'll have to do the ask and the bid. How far did it go out of that? 20 cents up past that level. Let me just mark that so I know what I'm dealing with here. Yeah, so it's stepping out now. So as far as strike and recoil, we're kind of just hit a new area there. Too bad we had a nice channel here, huh? There it goes. Whole market's going up. Okay. Taking it all in, guys. Taking it all in. Looking to go long down here. Maybe at the 366. Even. I'll take that. It didn't pick me up. I'm going to cancel that order. It took too long. Let me reassess. It was already a good trade if it had picked me up. Oh. 50-cent trade. 50 bucks, just like that. If it had picked me up, but it didn't. Can't trade that. This is just a nightmare to try to call, honestly. If people were like paying me or trusting me to be a quarterback today, I would be fired. I do not want to short that. What did we get on a recoil there? 93. We got about 20 cents. There's 20 cents on a recoil. 25. Seems like going long is the better, you know, waiting for a dip and going long now off this, which was a flat top that it broke. Just trying to dissect what to do here on the biggest liquidity stock that there is to try to make money on right now in a short period of time. That's why I'm here. Can I call this level at all? So this level here, the 369, would seem like a reasonable spot to get a recoil down if it got up here. It kind of made a little flat top there. It's an even dollar. Again, grasping at straws without the levels we need. I don't want to break into like stupidity revenge trading, so right at the bottom of the market magnet. VWAP's here, magnet's up here somewhere. Way up here. So it's not extended anymore, because there's our VWAP. I was going to say that isn't enough of a rejection. I kind of like to go short way up here if it goes up that high. Let me mark the 68 just so it's here. Close enough. Is it gonna stall at the 68? I'm gonna try to get that. All right, so I'm at 94, waiting for it to bounce back up. What just happened? Oh, it didn't pick it all up. Wow, that's not cool. There it was. If it picked me up, it had too big a spread to go market, honestly. I had the recoil there. Didn't pick me up. Waiting for it to swale. The way it's swaling, it's possible that it just booms right up there, but I'm getting ready to cancel this order because it's not reacting properly. Yeah, there we go. I'm out of that. And now we have a problem. I had a good trade and it didn't pick me up, so now I'm annoyed. I'm going to have to go market to get out of this if it swales up and hope for the best the way they fill me on the spread. 37. Really? Boy, I tell you, the morning was easier to call than this. Jeez. That actually wasn't too bad of a fill. I was at like 127, right? So it was only 20 bucks, but you know, it was something. I can't tell how well my trade did because I don't remember what my price is when I enter. That's why I keep looking back. I remember what the day is. I'd be more inclined to go short off this level, I'll tell you that, after watching that just happen. See if we get another flat top up here for a couple more moves. So I'm gonna bet on that if it goes up to near 68. Is what I'm looking for, but I'm gonna try to pick it up on the ass so it doesn't slip 30 cents. So it's kind of channel hopped here, and I marked that level. Basically, it was a smoothing level, but it stopped there. You know, where the other flat top was. What I mean by smoothing level is where wicks and bodies sort of averaged over a period of time and kind of made a ceiling. In this case, it's now a floor. And I just put a line there to see, hey, is that going to get respected? Maybe, maybe not. But it did, at least a couple of times. So, and it might a couple more times. And that's our edge. Little tiny edge there. That's all. You know, I wouldn't bet the farm on it. But something, you know, you got to push the envelope with trading, right? To the level that you can afford. But you constantly have to push the envelope and just go with the probabilities, you know. So that is more of a probability than not having anything stop there. That's what I mean by the probability. So some people would go like that. You can't count on that. No, I cannot count on that. You would be right. But there's a higher probability than not being able to count on it. That's what I mean. You're just looking for an edge, guys. That's it. So we got 45 minutes left, roughly. I don't like it just messing around in the center here of the levels that I've kind of identified. Kind of, sort of, maybe. No new stories on Micron. FBI declares suspected Chinese hack was the last one. That was like 22 minutes ago on the SPY. SPY and the Q are just sort of resting. Going across right now, barely moving. I'm looking at the general news on Benzinga, which I have many more sources put in on that. Yeah, the more it stays in the middle here, the more I don't like it. I'd like it to be testing its levels. What this usually tells me on a stock like this is there's going to be a breakout or a breakdown. Like it's winding up. It's winding up. Ask bid, and about to go, pff, you know. $68, I will attempt to grab on the way up if it gets up there. 68 short. That's what I will try to go for. And hope that it recoils and doesn't just keep going. Again, pushing the envelope with a probability. That's it. Pushing the envelope. Taking a chance. 90. There it goes. Pick me up. It's exactly at 68. It's taking too long. I'm going to get out. It's going to allow me to see if it actually is going to punch it now because it took too long to pick me up. So is it going to break that 68 or fade? Fading is good because it's yeah, well, I don't know. I don't like the way the level 2 looked there. That looks like it's looking to punch out. Look at the share sizes over here. I mean, there's an imbalance that is a little concerning. $68, there's 1,100. Let's see if that's a manipulation. See if he pulls it. I mean, it's not like that was a lot of shares, but there's going to be a punch right here. Boom, up here. So I'm not going to go short right now. Yeah, I'm not going to go short on this. I got to take a breath and just slow down. Slow down. Let's see what it reveals. Sellers did drop off with a bloody nose here. Hit that ceiling. You shouldn't have been looking up when you hit it. I don't know if you laugh at my humor, and that's very safe for me. I feel safe because of that. That you're not. I don't hear you yelling, what a jerk I am. You ever had anybody say that to you? I don't feel safe in this space with you right now. Like if you're in an argument. It's like, seriously? Can't we just talk about this? I got to worry about whether you're feeling safe. Okay. I don't know, man. That's a little too much pressure on me. Not that I argue a lot. It was said one time to me, and it totally threw me for a loop. The argument was over. The discussion was just like, oh, okay, well, my point means nothing now, because you don't feel safe. So I need to step away. I'm a big guy, and I'm maybe my body language was threatening in a way just because I was trying to make a point. I don't know. But I never forgot that. That was a fairly newer type of phenomenon. I don't feel safe in this conversation. Like, you don't feel safe because you're going to lose your point, or that you think I'm going to turn into a raging animal or something. What do you do with that, I know from being into sales early on years ago, being 6 foot, I'm almost 6'4", and I've been 270 and muscular and stuff. And when I'm talking to a woman that's 5'5", I am so cognizant of the space between us, like not encroaching. I'm talking about make a good conversation, but just like you can just sense it. Like there's a fear there that I have to live with just because I'm a big dude, that I'm the nicest, kindest, non-violent person you're going to come across. But something might have happened in her life. Who knows? So you got to keep that, long before COVID, keep that distance, man. Keep that distance psychologically so that they can run if they have to run. Okay, here we go again. It just keeps doing it, but I feel like it's about to break out. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get the dip now. I'm going to get the dip for the breakout. That's what I think I got to do, unless I missed it. That's why I didn't go short, though. It was building up for a breakout, so we lost that channel now. I got one trade in there. So here was a channel. The channel hopped. Here was a channel, which I identified with the way I identify them, and then I hope you guys are getting some trade. There was a lot of trades in here that I did not take. I'm running a little shy after losing that money on Tesla, or Nvidia, maybe it was. Yeah. 69. I could go short off to 69 now. Both the QQQ and the SPY broke the VWAP. Short off to 69. If it hits up there, that's what I'll do. I'm waiting for better entries. I keep waiting for the better entry here. Definitely recoils there. Look at them all. Jeez, that was a good one. Do I buy off the 68? Or is it going to hop back into that channel? Really, really struggling to find a... It seems it held the 68. I was looking at the bid here and it held it firm. One more try at stabbing down at it. Looks like the 68 is going to establish its floor here. Even dollar, 68, psychological level. Looking to go in down there now. If it gets down there again, I will go for it. I think it's on the rise, so I'm going to try to get a dip at the best possible place I can get it on the bid. I might go into the teens here and take it. I got to get a trade in here. Come on, guys. It's grinding a bit. I'm just waiting for the better trades, which is, I keep missing them. I'm getting FOMO on all these trades I'm missing. A lot of times what I do here is I lower the share size and I just start playing the middle so I can scale in. It's just not as optimal, should I say, to do it that way. I'll try it. It picked me up at the 16. A lot of people are there. It's taking too long. I'm not gonna hold it. It has to commit, man. You got to commit to me. Wouldn't have picked me up still if it was sitting there. I'm not going market because although the spread has tightened a little bit, it was in the 20-cent range there. Q and the SPY are fading a little. It's my best sell the ask position, 79 cents there. Well, you don't want it. You got to give it a second because the volume picked up as it was going up, so be careful. 81 it hit was its best mark there. There we go, 97. Okay. I tried to get it there at 06. Taking too long. Going to get out. Jeez. It was a great recoil if I'd picked me up. I thought if you guys saw it, it was at 06 and then it dropped right down to like 01 and then 96, then 90. Here it goes again. But now it's broken it, so I'm concerned. This is how you got to look at this stuff. It's so tedious, you know. What's happening? Any stories that I need to know about? Risky commando plan to seize Iran's uranium came at Trump's request, the Washington Post. How does it? They have to leak these stories. I mean, they don't just get stories like that. They leak them on purpose. They have to see how it flies, right? You know how he is when people leak, and if it's not leaked on purpose, they're gone. All right, I'm going to go in. This is boredom at this point. 42, trying to hit it a recoil off 42. Come on. There we go. Give me a dip. All right, got a little bit there. That was more than I thought. What does that put me at? 63. I'm working my way back up to how I started the afternoon. So, yeah, I got bored and took it at the 50 cent and or just like got frustrated I can't get any trades in. I don't know if bored's the right word. I just decided to take a bigger risk. So now we're chasing. So we need a recoil. We need a channel. These are just whole and half dollar channels. I have no other indicators. The 69 had a tweezer move on the 5-minute engulfing candle on the 5-minute there. And we're past that now. So that kind of slowed it down. And then it blew by it. So that was at the whole dollar right there. So both the SPY and the Q are swaling up. Nvidia's back to even. Apple's up $1. Tesla's up $2. AMD's up $5. I never even went over and looked at AMD. That might be something to trade here at the close or the closing out. Yeah, I got to get out of here. This is really risky because it's just going straight up and you can't count on the recoils. Oh, then it does that. So that's a hangman. So if it hit the 369, I would have gone long there. See if it goes down that low. It's really close to wanting to be picked up right there. Maybe in the teens there, I might go for that. It gets down there again on the. I'm looking at the bid here. Try it there. It picked me up. 04. Wow, I'm gonna get out. It took too long to pick me up. Not trusting it now. Try again. See, it's pounding down. So let's see if it breaks to 69. Waiting a second longer to see if it breaks that 69. I missed a recoil there already. And now it's settling a little bit lower in the teens, so it's a little scarier to go long right there right now. So I'm waiting to see if it settles down. Is it going to hold that 69? It looks like it, huh? Now remember, that was the tweezer move on a 5 minute, or yeah, right here. So, or an engulfing candle, however you want to look at it, but there was a pattern there to give it a little bit of support, and we are grasping at straws here. There's the even dollar. You need support there. Is it going to go back up? Yep, 29-cent recoil already. See how it's trying to pound down? I'm just waiting it out. I don't trust it. It went down to 97, 94 on the bid, 90, 88. Recoiled all the way back up. Yeah, this is actually a good. If I can get it, if it goes there again, I'll grab it. 09. One more dip down. It was right at even money there. It's recoiling enough to get a good trade here. Oh, that was it. I missed it by a split second. I had made my decision. Okay. And I wasn't prepared to go short off the 97, at the 70, I mean. 370, $10 level, go short. Yeah, that's what I should have done right there. I'm not sure if it would have picked me up. It recoiled 50 cents in a split second there. Here it comes again. See if it's, we don't have any news, right? Nope, not really. That's a $10 level. I would expect some resistance there for a bit. Maybe some pounding, not just break right through. Let's see if I can get in there. I'll definitely go into 369 again if it goes down. So looking at 369 to 7. I've got $1 I'm looking at right now, channel, to try to push the envelope and make a trade here before I move over to AMD and get a look at that. You guys can go over there and scope it out for me. Jeez, don't just stop here. You're right in the middle now. Sometimes I feel like the market doesn't listen to me. Do you ever get that feeling? Whoa. Missed it. Damn, that would have been good, huh? It's a 60-cent recoil in a split second. What's going on? Somebody in Iran's putting out all these, now it's talking to SpaceX, putting out all this stuff. That's its new strategy now, right? They know what Americans are looking at. Holy moly. This is a big retracement down. I'll go in at the 68 if it hits there. I'm just going to get in now if it picks me up. 19. All right. I'm just thinking that it's about to snap right back up. So I'm going for that. Tried to get it at the 44, which is about 35 cents up or 35 bucks. Sitting there. There it goes. So did that put me back over 200, I hope? No, it didn't. I had further to go than I thought. All right. Well, that was exciting. Finally got a move there. What's AMD doing now? Still up $3. This level should hold, guys. This should hold unless something's going. Well, the whole market's going down, but I don't know why. Trump declares Iran war is winding down and others need to resolve it. Okay, so that's generally good news, right? That's generally good news. I'm going to go in on that news on market just so I get in, which was a risk, but I felt like it was just about to pop up until I bought it, and then it went straight down. I got it at 35 cents, so way above this level because I went in market because I thought it was going to spring. Give it a second, give it a breath. Just tried to get a little trade there, 53. Yeah, that was a little bit. That might have put me over 200. Yeah, 205. I'm almost back to what I lost from the morning session. There's the news hitting, right? Because I think that's going to turn everything around. The SPY and the Q are turning around. It's just like every fart that comes out of the White House, right? People are so emotional. Now, there is no way to prove that's what made that little uptick, but I guess let's see if it continues. I'm so into reading the micro that I could be insane. I am so into reading these little moves because I work on 10 and 20 cent moves, you know, going from a momentum trader into this and then taking that strategy to large cap and then scaling in as a swing trader, taking all those things to develop my own style and calling it the strike and recoil, all that type of trading put together to develop a style that I use. So when I call them out, it's just an experience that I see, but I don't really know the reason the stocks move the way they do. I don't like looking at the news, guys. Have you not heard that yet? We should not have to look at the news for large cap and mega caps unless it's news about that specific stock. The news should not move these stocks, but we're in a market now. I keep saying it. Obviously, you're probably getting sick of it, but we're in a market now where the White House is moving mega and large caps on a consistent basis, making it really hard to count on price action. So I said it again. I'm sticking with it. So which was a breakout is now a floor. That was a ceiling. It's now a floor holding this. I think that the news is positive. So I would be more long biased. I keep looking to make sure. Why it pays to stay invested. That's another story on Benzinga. JP Morgan downgrades. Bonk shares, Banco shares, whatever. There it goes. It's going up again. Yeah, I would be more hesitant to go short now. We're getting very close to, we got 22 minutes till close. Look at the bigger picture here. We had a big 5-minute drawdown there. Now it's recovering. It's going to get it all back, it looks like. We go, I would say anywhere near the 370, I'll take a chance and go short for a quick recoil. That's the only thing I'm looking for, not to hold it on a short. I don't want to hold it on a short. Very, very slow. Liquidity is not exactly, you can see we're down to 109 here. The normal is 188 per 1 minute candle. That's the average. We're down to 109, this close to the close. It's kind of, you should expect to see a burst in volume when it crosses this 15 minute here. We'll see. Maybe. I don't know if I'll stay here, but don't forget to get your free indicator here over at the $1 Million Margin Club. It gives you this whole clock thing. And there's a lot of, somebody asked me, I said it this morning, there's a lot of trading view indicators over there. You just go to the script vault, click trading view. And I'm like one of their ambassadors to help sell their products I believe in, and I really believe in the scripts for TradingView and Thinkorswim. So if you go through my links, it helps me, proves to them that I am worthy. And then they send my kids through college. At this age, it would be grandkids, wouldn't it? Woohoo, look at that. Look at that. What's going on? No reason that should be going down. I'm going to grab it, see if I get it. 12 cents. I'm right there. Didn't pick me up. I already had the recoil. Damn. Damn, darn. Gosh darn it. What did one strawberry say to the other? If we hadn't been in that bed together, we wouldn't be in this jam today. There's some clean humor for you. Pretty racy for the strawberry community, though. Just saying. Really wish I would have caught that dip down there, guys. I never went over to AMD, and now it's getting so late. It's like, what's the point? AMD is just sticking right where it was, too. All right, I'll wait here just another couple of minutes to see if it gives me any kind of a move here. I need a dip down here, or I need a short up here. So it needs to traverse some area here. Might try to close out strong too. The SPY and the QQQ are both swaling up. I'd rather go long right now, honestly. Everything's kind of going up. That might be the way the market closes, positive off that news. Yeah, hesitate to go short, but we can go short for a recoil. Stopping at the 50 cent. Kind of want to buy the bid down in here now. I might buy the bid down here. This was sort of an area here where it flat topped 62. Okay, I'm going to go ahead just so I get in a trade. 43 cents. You're not going to pick me up at 43 cents? Got to cancel it. See if it pounds further down. I'll try it again. 30 cents. Pick me up. Nope, missed the recoil. Going to cancel it. There we go. Pick me up. 12 cents. Right there. Right there. Get it. I'm right there. There you go. Got it. That helped me a little bit, right? 214. Woo! Ride home, tell mom we're buying a brand new house. Again, I'm looking at this level to go long at if it kind of gives me another dip down there. 17. Closer to the 68 even dollar. Come on, one more dip down. It already recoiled off of 17. Wow, 40 cent recoil. You just look here, you can see, like I was looking at the 17 cent right there, and I didn't take it. It might not have picked me up, but this has been very consistent. It's just that when we cross this 15-minute line, all bets are off about what's about to happen. A lot of traders come in, and a lot of traders go out. It's a whole different strategy on the inside the 15. What will they call? Trading with the crowd, guys. I think they're going to call long. I got to have the high. I have the high marked. I have a custom coded way to do this, the percentage from the high, all these things. It didn't fit in here, but it would help me right now to see what the high of day is on like MU, and I don't have it here. So I can look up at the market magnet and see what it's saying here. There's the high of day right there. So that's like at 377. So we're down $9 from the high of day. So they may chase it when we cross this in 14 seconds. Let's see what happens. New traders, give it a minute to wash it out. Let's watch the volume go up. We're all the way down to 51. People are leaving, but people are about to come in. So let's see. It closed at 33,000. We should get a ding and an increase of volume in moments would be my guess. I've watched this enough times to see this happen time and time again. It looks like they don't know what they're doing, but let's see. There's the multi-chart alignment. 5, 15, 30 are all down. Hour is up. 4 is down, which is weird, but everything's going up now on the breadth of the market. There's the volume. Like I said, it increased. Wasn't an overabundant amount, but you still have 20 seconds to go. So if you watch that 15-minute, you'll see that happen. Now, it seems like it's picking long here, but I think we need to wait a second to see what they're all going to do. So they're doubling. They've more than doubled the volume of the previous candle. There it goes. So it closed. So it got up to 84 from 33, and they are playing it long. It may close that way. You know, it may be worth it. It's a risk, obviously, like everything, but you watch the market enough times, you can kind of get an edge on how to call it. But then you could always be wrong. But then, as it goes down, you could always be wrong. Yeah, I'm not going to go to AMD. I'm just going to close it out here, guys. I watched this too long to switch horses at the end here. So hopefully, if you went over there, you're doing good. Can let me know how it panned out for you on the email or the chat. People like to email a lot more than remarks, which is interesting. I didn't even open them this morning. I got in later. Nice. Okay. Oh, that was already a recoil, 30 cents. God, I got to put a level here. So this is kind of like 68. 30-ish. Trying to find a smoothing level to try to take short recoils. It's all those are. Remember, you can't really count on these levels. But this does seem, the 69 does seem to be getting respected. It's hitting it a lot. 99. It was a recoil off of 99. Wasn't as big, though, so it might punch it this time. Look at the ask, and you'll see it hit 99. Oh, it did go down 40 cents. Wow. Now I'm looking to go long down here. There's where it has been stopping. Can we punch below that? 25. Look at those wicks. That looks like a shadow wick. Watch out for algorithms and manipulations now. We're in the manipulation area now, guys. Remember, you're only seeing about 40% of what's happening here. They look for areas where liquidity has has gathered, and then they try to stop you out. That's how algorithms figure that all out. Man, it is holding that 69, huh? It punched through. That's why I didn't sell it, because I thought it's going to keep going. Running out of time here. 11 minutes till market closes. Inside the 10-minute, you have a whole nother risk level. This is exciting. It's exciting. Yeah, if it doesn't choose here on this one, I'm like, I don't know if it's just going to grind its way out. It's not choosing a direction here. I would tend to think it's gonna go up to fade out for the day. It's gonna go up here somewhere. That's what my guess would be from looking at this and watching the level 2. But 60% chance in my head. Not, like I said, I wouldn't want to bet the farm on it. There it goes. Did I get it? Can I get it? Can I get in here? Come on, get me in with a bigger dip than that. Okay, I'm gonna try that. That is not ideal. And it still didn't even pick me up. Canceling. Damn. 42, 38. Cross that last 5 minutes. You just see the volume go poof. Wow. Okay. So I definitely took a chance on a recoil. Tried to get it already at 21, 25 cents up, which is 25 bucks. The longer it takes, the more scared I get that it's going to keep going down. Oh, man. Is that the way it's going to close? And I'm going the wrong way. All right, so I've got to sell out to get out. How much do I want to get damaged here? Thought it was going to go back up, guys. Shoot. That is a big retracement down. You have one more chance to convince me you're going to do something fun for me. Oh, man. Oh, man. Tempted, guys. It'll put me red for the day if I get this wrong, though. Blew it in the end here, unless we can get a recovery. Holding out for a recovery. I'm at 96 cents. 60 cents off position. Yeah, if I'd added there, we'd been making big money now. But I didn't add. Big money, that's a relative term. But let's see if it can get back up here on a big spike. Holding firm into it. My heart's getting a little faster. Let's do it. There we go. That's some good level 2 action. Come on. There's some manipulation going on here. I don't like it. One big punch. Did it actually take me down? I think it took me down, didn't it? No, it didn't. Okay, good. So I'm above where I started this afternoon. I feel fulfilled. I got out on market. I think it cost me about 10 bucks. I actually got a little heart flutter there. I don't get those very often. Okay, guys, we got one more day before it is markets closed on Friday. So I will be going over the brackets if you missed it in the morning. What happened earlier is I set a bracket on SPY. That's this negative trade right here. And it was up 90 bucks. And then I let the bracket play out, and it was a trailing stop. So it was set for $100 profit, right? 50 shares at $2, I think it was. And it got within $10 of kicking off, and then it went back down, but it had dragged up my stop with it. So it stopped out only losing $10 rather than the full 50, which would have been my stop out. I did do a 2-to-1 on that. I think I'm remembering that right, but you can watch the video. But it was a 2-to-1. And I wanted everybody to see how it played out. I could have just taken the profit up there, but it did do a big dip at that time in the morning. It was fairly early in the morning when that happened. I think it was like, yeah, I think it was right there. You know, it was just going to kick me off. Like my price was up here, and then it just went da 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 da, and then it went out. So you could say, well, you didn't have it, set high enough to, but how I set that was I went to the ATR, I took the half level, and then I put the half level as the sellout, the total amount, and I put, to make a profit, I put the quarter level to be the stop. So, and then I did a trailing stop. So that's how I did it. That's usually how I do brackets, depending on what the stock looks like. That's how I do them. But it's always a good idea to, before you go off, to make sure you don't have anything open here, But it's a good day to start the month, even though I struggle with that loss right there. Wish I had that back, of course. But that's why I stayed later, to get it back. So I got it back, and the market's about to close. So be very careful. Let's just take a quick look. What's happening here? It looks like it's going to close down instead of up on the last 15 minutes, huh? That caught a few people right there. That could have caught me. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the morning, I hope. If not, I'm not 100% sure I'm doing the afternoon because it's a 3-day weekend. I am going to be doing other stuff with people that are already, more visitors have arrived. So, but maybe I'll make the afternoon, but I hope to see you in the morning. I hope you can do it. And I hope things are going good for you guys. All right, go green out there. Have a good day. Have a good night.